All right, 4 simple exercises to help you get stronger, feel better, and have more energy in 2025. I'm Phil Meggers from Testify, Strength and Conditioning here in Omaha, Nebraska, and be sure to stick around for the 1 out of 5 rule at the end because it's real important. Now, why 2025? Why not 2024? Why not back in 2023? Well, quite frankly, it's nearing the end of 2024, so if you're watching this, it's either going to be 2025 soon or it already is 2025. So let's make it timely. You'll note that I started with get stronger, right? Because getting stronger allows you to feel better, look better, and have more energy. Getting stronger makes everything else easier. So when you get stronger, all of those things follow. And these are 4 real simple exercises. As far as the exact details of how to do them, we're going to briefly describe them, but there's going to be more details in the description down below. So be sure to check out the playlist down below. We'll talk about how to do them, how to warm up for them, and so forth and so on. These 4 exercises are all things that you do in your everyday life, and most importantly, they are things that use a lot of muscle mass. In other words, they use a lot of your body all at once, so you don't have to go out and use 10 machines, right? Machines is like, that's 80s fitness. Come on, people, let's get with it. So they use a lot of muscle mass. They move the weight over a long range of motion, which is real good. You're doing a lot of work, and because of that, you can move a lot of weight. So you're not stuck with the little 2-pound dumbbells or 5-pound dumbbells, and let's face it, you know those don't do anything. The 4 simple exercises are, number 1, the squat, right? Squatting at its basic. If you sit down and stand up to anything, you are doing some version of a squat. So there's going to be some version of a squat that's going to be accessible to you on day 1. If you're 15 or you're 25 or you're 35, 65, whatever, and you've been active, you might be able to do a full depth squat on day 1. You might be able to do it with a barbell. You might be able to do it with a barbell with weight on your back. But if you're not able to do that, if you can't do it with a barbell, that's okay. There are modifications that can be made. Maybe you're just doing your body weight. Maybe you're just holding a 5 or a 10-pound plate to your chest if you don't have a lighter barbell available. Maybe you're doing a higher version of the squat. Maybe you're squatting to a chair and then something a little, or maybe like a chair plus something on it, a bench plus something on it, what we would term a box here in the gym. And then you're taking that box a little bit lower and a little bit lower, and then suddenly you're doing a full depth squat. And then after that, you can add a little bit of weight. Now you're clutching that 5-pound plate. Now you're clutching that 10-pound plate, so forth and so on. You can add a little bit of weight every single time because the weight has to go up, because you know doing the same thing over and over again doesn't get you any better than where you are right now. You didn't do first grade multiple times, probably. I realize some people did, but doing first grade multiple times doesn't make you any better than where you are right now. But man, when you can do second grade and when you can do third grade, doing first grade just got a whole lot easier. There are countless stories of guys who've been benching 135. We'll just use that number as an example. It doesn't matter what the weight is, doesn't matter your age, guy or girl, but we'll just use guys benching 135 in the gym, and they've been benching 135 in the gym for years, and they wonder why they never got any stronger, and it's because they never tried to add any weight. So the squat. Squatting is just sitting down and standing up. There's some version of a squat that you can do. Next up, the press. The press is just reaching up overhead, right? So we reach up overhead all of the time. There will be some version of a press that is accessible for you. There are modifications that you can make to the press as well. Like I said, we'll talk about how to do the press more in depth in one of the videos below, so be sure to check that out. But reaching up overhead, if you can already do it with your arms, then now you can do it with your arms with a very, very light barbell, and then a light barbell with a little bit of weight, and then a little bit more weight, and so forth and so on. The bench press, again, a normal movement. It's just pushing something, right? Pushing something away from you. Maybe it's pushing the dinner table away from you, pushing yourself away from the dinner table after a few too many helpings of pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or something like that, right? But this is a normal movement. Again, start with something very, very manageable. Anybody at any age can do this, and sometimes there are modifications that have to be made. Check out our videos on the bench press. We'll link to that playlist below. There are always modifications to be made. You can do the bench. You can do the press, you can do the squat, and the last one up is the deadlift. The deadlift is simply picking something up off the floor. So if you have ever bent over in your life to pick something up off the floor, congratulations. Not only can you do a deadlift, you have done a deadlift. You picked up a sock. Congratulations, you did a 2-ounce deadlift. Next time you can do a 4-ounce deadlift. You can do a 10-ounce deadlift. You can do a 1-pound deadlift. Then suddenly you can do it with a very light bar, 5 pounds, right? You picked up the laundry basket. You can definitely do a deadlift, and by making your deadlift get stronger, learning how to do do it correctly and having it get stronger, suddenly, someday, picking up that laundry basket, now instead of being exhausting for you, now that is easy for you. You are no longer the fall risk that you were before because squatting, because deadlifting, because pressing, benching, they made you stronger. It made everything easier. It made your bones stronger. It made you more durable. All right, what do you do with these 4 simple exercises? We will again go into more detail in some of the videos below, but for starters, just know this is your program. You need a program. Don't kid yourself. Don't go to the gym without a plan. You need a plan. You need a program. Don't waste your time. If you're going to go, have a program, and this is it. It's going to start off real simple, and it should be and can be simple for a long time. You can get real strong on this program in a matter of weeks, in a matter of months, just doing these things. So you're going to go in on day 1, and you're going to squat 3 manageable sets of 5. Be sure to check out our warm-up video below. That will help, but you're going to squat 3 manageable sets of 5. Just as an example, for somebody, maybe that's just squatting a very empty, light bar for 5 reps. In other words, going down and up 5 times, then taking a break for a couple minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then doing it again 5 times, taking a break, and then doing it again 5 times. All right, so that's the squat on day 1, and then you're going to bench press on day 1. Doesn't matter, you can bench press or press. Let's start with the bench press. Same idea. Maybe it's just the empty bar on day 1. It needs to be manageable. When in doubt, start off a little bit on the too light side. You can always add more weight later because we're going to add more weight later. So start with the empty bar if you need to. Again, the key is make it manageable and bench 3 sets of 5 reps. So do 5 reps, take a break, do 5 reps, take a break, do 5 reps, and then you're done. And then you're going to move on to the deadlift, and the deadlift is going to need to have some plates on it that get up to the correct height for the deadlift. Check out our video on how to deadlift. And the deadlift, the fun part is right now, the deadlift, you're just going to work up to 1 set of 5 reps, and then you're going to walk out the door. Day 1, this will probably take you somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 minutes, something like that. Let's say half an hour to an hour to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, but it should not take that long on day 1. Day 2, and you're actually going to do this 2 days later. So something like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Do this every other day. You can take the weekends off. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every single week works really well. But day 2, you're going to come in, you're going to squat again. If you started with the empty bar on day 1, let's say it was 45 pounds, well, now you're going to come in, you're going to do 50 pounds. Don't forget to warm up. You're going to do 50 pounds for 3 sets of 5. And this time you're going to press. Your middle lift is not the bench, it's now the press. The press and the bench press are going to alternate workout by workout. So you're going to press 3 very manageable sets of 5. It will be less weight than your bench press. You will always press less than your bench. And then again, you're going to move on to the deadlift. And let's say deadlift on day 1, let's say you deadlifted 65 pounds, maybe it was less than that. I'm just choosing a number here, 65 pounds. On day 2, you're going to deadlift 70 pounds. Of course, you can make a smaller jump. Of course, you can make a bigger jump. If day 1 was really easy, you might do 75 pounds or 85 pounds. But again, make a manageable jump. The goal is to get stronger over the long haul. We are playing the long game here. And that's how the workouts are going to go. Every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, let's say you're going to come in, you're going to start with squatting 3 sets of 5. The bench press and the press are going to alternate also for 3 sets of 5, and then the deadlift is just going to be 1 set of 5, and then you're going to get out of the gym. All right, now for the 1 out of 5 rule, and here's the deal. If your reaction to this is, but I can't, if that's your first reaction, man, I wish the best for you, but I probably cannot help you. If that's your first reaction to this, but I can't, you will probably always find a reason why you can't do that. And yet, we have worked with amputees, we have worked with people with hip replacements, knee replacements, broken bones, ACLs, cancer, everything you can imagine. We've got some remarkable people here who, quite frankly, are inspirational to me, like practically make me want to cry in the type of work that they put in and the type of circumstances they've been through. And if they can train, you can train. I promise there is a way that you can do it. But if that's your first reaction, but I can't, I probably can't help you. I want to help you. I want to see you come here. We will help. I guarantee you, you can train. There is a way for you to train. But if that's your first reaction, I wish you the best. However, if you're willing to give it a shot, if you're willing to try it out, you are the 1 out of 5 people that will actually do this. That is the 1 out of 5 people. 4 people won't. 4 people are going to watch this and say, nope, I can't do this. Lifting weights is not for me. Getting strong is not for me. Barbells are not for me. That's for gym bros, other stuff like that. I'm going to get hurt, whatever. This is not how you're going to get hurt. This is how you're going to get stronger so you don't get hurt. And you're going to be an example for your kids and for your grandkids. So please, be that 1 out of 5. And then the second 1 out of 5 rule is not only be the 1 out of 5 who's willing to give it a shot, be the 1 out of 5 that sticks with it for 6 months, for a year. In a year, that version of you will look back and will be amazed at the progress that you have made. You will laugh at the progress that you have made. You will laugh at where you were then and the thoughts you had then compared to where you are now. I guarantee it. As always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.